Michael Bennett woke up before the sun, as he always did. His small apartment was still and cold, the only sound the faint hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen. He glanced at the clock on the wall. 4:05 a.m. Another long day was waiting for him. He quietly slipped out of bed, careful not to wake his daughter, Anna, who was sleeping in the next room. She was only 10, still curled beneath a thin blanket, her hair falling across her face. Michael stood in the doorway for a moment, watching her sleep, and smiled to himself. She was his reason for everything. Life had not been kind to Michael. He had once dreamed of becoming an engineer, of building bridges and skylines, but his father's sudden illness forced him to drop out of college to support his family. Years later, when his wife passed away unexpectedly, he found himself raising Anna alone, scraping by on small jobs and night shifts. He worked as a janitor at the local school during the day and stocked shelves at a grocery store at night. The hours were brutal, the pay barely enough to cover rent and food, but he never let Anna feel the weight of his struggles. For her, he always had a smile, a gentle word, and a story before bed. On his way to work, Michael often thought about the future. He didn't want Anna to grow up thinking life was only about survival. He wanted her to dream bigger than he ever could, to believe that nothing was impossible. That was why, no matter how tired he was, he always made time to sit with her and go through her homework, to ask about her day, to remind her that she was capable of anything. "The world may be heavy, Anna," he often told her, "but your heart is stronger than any burden." At school, Anna saw the difference between herself and other children. They came with brand new backpacks, shiny shoes, and snacks packed in colorful lunchboxes. She carried secondhand books and wore shoes with fading soles. Sometimes she felt embarrassed, but then she would remember her father's words and hold her head a little higher. She admired him more than anyone else in the world, not because of what he gave her, but because of what he sacrificed for her. One afternoon, her teacher announced a science fair. The students were to build a small project, and the winners would receive scholarships and recognition. Anna's eyes lit up. She loved science, especially the way it explained the stars her father always pointed out to her on late walks home. But as excitement filled the room, Anna's heart sank. She knew projects needed materials, and materials cost money they didn't have. That night, as Michael served her a simple dinner of rice and vegetables, Anna hesitated before speaking. "Daddy, there's a science fair at school," she said softly. "Everyone's going to build something." Michael looked at her, noticing the flicker of doubt in her eyes. "And what about you?" he asked gently. Anna shrugged. "I don't know if I can. We don't have the stuff to make something good." Michael put down his fork and reached across the table to hold her hand. "Listen to me, Anna. You don't need expensive things to build something amazing. You've got imagination, and that's worth more than all the supplies in the world. We'll figure it out together." She smiled faintly, though she wasn't sure how. Later that evening, after Anna went to bed, Michael rummaged through old boxes in the storage closet. He found broken wires, bits of wood, empty jars, and scraps from things he had fixed over the years. To anyone else, it looked like junk, but to Michael, it was potential. He began sketching an idea, his tired eyes lit with determination. He wasn't an engineer on paper, but in his heart, he still was. Over the next few weeks, father and daughter worked side by side at their small kitchen table. They built a simple water filtration system using sand, gravel, and cloth. Anna learned how layers could clean dirty water, how science wasn't just about theories, but about helping people. The project wasn't fancy, but it was clever, practical, and deeply personal. Every night, Michael encouraged her, saying, "It doesn't matter if you win, Kana. What matters is that you try, that you believe in yourself." The day of the fair arrived. Children came with polished projects, solar panels, robots, elaborate displays. Anna stood nervously by her modest setup, afraid hers would look too simple. But when the judges arrived, she explained with confidence how her filtration system could help people in poor villages have clean water. Her words came straight from her heart, and the judges listened intently. When the results were announced, Anna didn't win first place, but she earned a special recognition for innovation and purpose. As she held her certificate, her father hugged her tightly. "See," he whispered, "you didn't need money to shine. You just needed your mind and your heart." That night, as they walked home under the stars, Anna looked up and whispered, "Daddy, one day I'm going to build something big, something that helps people all over the world." Michael smiled, his eyes glistening. "And when you do, Anna, I'll be the proudest father alive, for the first time in a long while." Michael didn't feel like a man weighed down by struggle. He felt like a man who had given his daughter wings,